Hello, friends. Welcome to the Career Guru Podcast. I am your host, Steve Yanovsky. What a glorious day it is to start your path on a new career. Doors are opening here at the Boston Career Institute even as we speak. And I'm here holding the key for you. So tune in, stay sharp, and enjoy yourself. This is going to be great. Hashtag Let's Career Up.
Greetings, my friends. Career gurus, aspiring career gurus, people who want to be aspiring career gurus, people who don't know what a career guru is. Oh, God help us all. It is I, Steve Yanovsky, your career guru, coming to you across the magic of the internet with yet another installment of the Career Guru Podcast. As I mentioned before, I am the career guru, but a humble career guru. Yeah, not too humble, though. As I promised you last time, during our groundbreaking episode on humility in the workplace, where we explored all sorts of concepts about humility, how it encourages learning and further development, how it enhances leadership skills, how it builds stronger relationship, how it increases adaptability, boosts reputations and credibility, encourages constructive feedback, not criticism, how it strengthens decision-making and prevents overconfidence and complacency. Yes, we talked about all of that. And in the end, I said, be humble, but not too humble. And I said that I will tell you about some really, really humble people, great people, and where these concepts come from. Being humble, but not too humble is a age-old concept. It is taught in almost every religious tenet. It is actually one of the most important religious tenets. And if we think about, for example, one of the greatest figure in the three monotheistic faiths, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, one of the greatest men of all time, Moses himself, was called in the Bible the most humble man. Wait a minute. Moses, the most humble man, isn't he the guy who spoke to God directly? Yeah, he did. So how can one person who can have an open channel to the Creator himself be humble? And yet he was. And yet he was. He was exceptionally humble. And he was a strong leader, a faithful shepherd. He was. Yeah. This teaching about Moses, for example, teaches us that humility is not about thinking less of yourself, but thinking of yourself less. Let me repeat that. Moses teaches us that thinking less of yourself and thinking more of others, serving others, while recognizing your own abilities. Now that is humility. That's humility. Aristotle taught this. One of the greatest Greek philosophers. Being too humble can lead to self-deprecation, he said, while being too proud can lead to arrogance, haughtiness. And we know how bad that is. Unapproachable, stuck in their way people. Now, what did Aristotle say? What was the golden middle? Is self-assured humility, where you recognize your strengths without diminishing others. Wow. It's mentioned in Buddhist writings. It's mentioned in the New Testament. All sorts of stuff out there about being humble, but not too humble. So how to apply this to career growth? Well, let's talk about this. Being humble enough to learn, but confident enough to lead. Interesting application. We just talked about most humble man out there, Moses himself. And here we go. Be humble enough to learn, but confident enough to lead. Humility. is being open to feedback and acknowledging mistakes. And keep learning. Everything is a learning moment. As I mentioned in my previous podcast, there are no wrong decisions. There are only teachable moments. And if you understand that, you won't have any trouble making these decisions. Just don't ruminate over them. Don't brood over them. Keep going. You made a mistake, so it seems. Not a mistake. You've made a choice that doesn't fit with your values. You're the wrong person at the wrong place at the wrong job. Everything has to fit just right in order for you to be happy, for the most part. So humility, as we said, helps this. You're open to feedback, and you acknowledge mistakes, and you keep learning. You keep learning, keep going, and you develop confidence. Don't downplay your skills. Advocate for yourselves in meetings and promotions. You got to do that. That doesn't make you arrogant. It makes you self-assured. And that's okay. But you're still open to continuous and ongoing self-improvement. Okay? So this is where we are. This is, once again, being humble but not too humble. You can acknowledge yourself, that's okay. You can advocate for yourself, that's okay. If you don't advocate for yourself, I'll tell you a little secret. No one else will. Okay? Nobody wants to advocate for you just because. There are some minor exceptions, but they're so few and far between, not even worth mentioning. Advocate for yourself. That does not mean you have to put down other people. That doesn't mean that you need to be arrogant. Oh, that's that word I couldn't think of last time I recorded this podcast. Arrogant and haughty. This is bad stuff. But humble yet motivated and confident, that's where you need to be. You need to know your worth, but don't boast about it. Let your work speak for itself. You don't necessarily have to speak on his behalf. It speaks for itself. In legal language, there's a term called res ipsa loquitur, which means a thing that speaks for itself. It's so obvious, nobody needs to say anything. Your job, your performance is exactly what this is. And this is what being humble leads to. You don't have to say it. It's just there. It's you. You did that. Being confident next to humble will also, we're talking about knowing your self-worth. So being confident is to be clear about your contributions and performance. And you can bring that up during your reviews and negotiations for more money. Don't be afraid to accept praise, but also don't forget to share credit. How does humility apply to this? Well, acknowledge team contributions. You don't have to say, hey, I did all that. And maybe you did. But give other people a little bit of candy. Give them a little sugar. Give them a little pat on the back. And it's going to go a long way. Acknowledge other people's contribution, no matter how small. Where does confidence here come in? Don't be afraid to accept compliments without deflecting. Say thank you. I worked hard on this. Don't just dismiss it. It was nothing. No, say thank you. When you got it, take it. Speak up, but listen more. This is about being humble, but not too humble. Remember, this is what we're talking about. Speak up, but listen more. How does humility play into this? Be willing to listen and learn from others. We've talked about the subject matter. Be open. Being humble makes you open for people to come and talk to you, to encourage the spirit of collaboration. That's what humility does. On the other hand, notice how we're playing it off, right? We have a topic, right? We had these several topics. Accept praise, but share credit. That I sort of throw in what does humility have here and what does confidence do here. Okay? Speak up and listen more. Humility is be willing to listen and learn from others. But confidence is, hey, share your insights and ideas without hesitation. You can tell people what you think too. You just don't have to stand there and listen all the time. Assert yourself and let other people hear what you have to say. If you're an honest-to-goodness, true professional, guess what? They will take you up on what you have to offer. Take a risk and yet be grounded. These are all attributes of humility with confidence. You can accept that you don't know everything before jumping into a big role. It's okay. But you can take a risk. You don't necessarily know everything, but you're willing to stand up for what is important. Yes, sometimes someone has to stand up. You don't have to roll over and play dead. Somebody has to stand up. Stand up for what you believe in. Stand up for your values. It may be a big role, but if someone offered it to you, that means that they may have seen something in you that you may not see in yourself. Let them show you how good you are. Confidence, being confident, is you don't have to wait for perfect preparedness, for perfect readiness before going into some new opportunity. Close enough may just be good enough. And remember that there's a balance out there. You have to be able to keep your balance. Are you grounded well enough? Are you taking a calculated risk? Yeah, it's okay to take a calculated risk. You may fall down, you may falter, you may receive some advice, some feedback, some constructive, not criticism, but feedback. Yes, you will get that. Don't be afraid of it. You're open to it because it leads to your growth. Accept challenges. Don't hold back. Don't be afraid. Guess what? You're never going to be ready. I remember when my wife and I were expecting our first baby. Who the heck knew what we're going to have to deal with? I had no clue what it would be like to be a husband and a father, a person who is a breadwinner for the family. I took risks. I took on responsibilities. And neither my wife nor I knew what was to come. But we did what we were supposed to as a young couple, and we had children, and we did the best that we could. And we took advice, and then we gave some. We took some criticism, and we took it. Sometimes we argued about it. Sometimes we felt like failures. But then in the end, everything worked out okay. Everything worked out okay. Thank the Lord. And, career, be this competent, approachable, and respected person, and everything is going to work out. Be humble, but not too humble. Be humble, but confident in your abilities. Not everyone needs to be a leader. You don't necessarily have to be a leader. And even though you can't help that, you're always a leader, no matter where you are and whatever you're doing. If you've been empowered to do a specific job, you are the lead person for that job. So you are that leader all the time, even though you keep shirking your responsibilities and so on and so forth. You're still that person. You still have to fulfill your mission. You still have to get things done right, and hopefully inspire others by your performance to do a better job than what they have done until today. So you're always that person. You're always a leader. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to take responsibilities. Don't be afraid of being humble. Just don't be too humble. Remember, Be humble with confidence. And on that note, I bid you farewell, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Actually, I look forward to talking to you soon and hearing your feedback. Hopefully, if all goes well, I will record Guru Answers Questions in the very near future, and we'll have some fun with your emails. All the best to you all, everyone. God bless you all. Peace, prosperity, health, wealth, and time to enjoy it with your loved ones.
Well, friends and aspiring career gurus, this was fun. Thank you for tuning in. I feel enlightened, I feel empowered, and I'm feeling grateful that we spend time with you. For more information about Boston Career Institute, please visit our website, bostoncareer.org. Boston Career Institute has 3 campuses located in Brookline, Massachusetts, Malden, Massachusetts, and Lowell, Massachusetts. Call our toll-free number, 888-383-6058. For questions, comments, and/or information about our podcast, email me at thecareerguru@bostoncareer.org. The Career Guru podcast is available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, our website, bostoncareer.org, or wherever you stream your podcast. Subscribe, stream, rate, and review our shows. Your rating and reviews help our show reach new audiences. Produced by PodPro Entertainment, the Career Guru lives within a network of podcasts located at podproentertainment.com. # The New Radio. Looking forward to seeing you soon. All the best to you. My name is Steve Yanovsky. I am the Career Guru. May God bless you. # Let's Career Up.